What's good, folks? We back. Today, we talking about slice of life animes. So listen, we not talking about regular slice of life anime. We talking about the pure slice of life animes. So basically, what that means is it could happen to you. There ain't no powers, no nothing like that. But before I get into this, I gotta tell you, I'm gonna be ranking 8 different animes, and we got 2 scales. One on how good they actually are to watch, and the other on how realistic they feel. And if you've seen them, you'll know what I mean. So first anime we're gonna break down, Dagashi Kashi. Now I have no idea if I said that right, but imagine this: you move to a small town in Japan, you own a little snack shop, and you just having a good time. And there's this one customer who's actually a regular at the Japanese snack shop, and they act a little bit, they act like they own a little bit of something. I gotta say, great anime to watch. It does tell you about snacks and kind of the Japanese culture snack. Listen, if you a big back like me, you gonna like this. You gonna like Dagashi Kashi. Cause me, personally, I love it. Now, if I gotta rate it 1 through 10, I'm gonna give it a 7. Listen, it's fun, colorful. It's a bit underrated because, I don't never hear nobody talking about Dagashi Kashi. Now, for the realism part, the candy, I will say, listen, working in the candy shop in Japan, it probably is pretty good. The only thing that I think might not make it the most realistic anime is the main character. He acts like a regular person, but the girl that come in, it gotta be something in that candy for her to be acting up like that. Like, unless that candy got a little bit of that in there or something, like, I think that's kind of wild. Now, for realism, I had to really think about this. And as I thought about it, I was like, you know what? This could happen. All you need is one regular customer to act like a fool. I gotta say, I've seen a lot of crackheads. And you know what? This candy might have a little something in it. But I gotta say, if you find your local crackhead and she just crazy about the candy shop, it's realistic. Now, the possibility of that, I think is kind of low. But I'll put it 4 out of 10. I know, it's kind of low. I'll bump it up to 5 out of 10. Because it's a task to get to there, but it's still very realistic. Now, Your Line April. The piano prodigy who stopped after some trauma. Now, with Your Line April, great story. I feel like you could really meet a person that, I don't want to spoil it. Hey, I'm finna spoil a little bit. No, I'm not spoiling nothing. Spoiler free. We're gonna be spoiler free, but I'm gonna give you a little gist of what's happening. I feel like you could meet someone amazing and have the emotional connection with them. And I gotta say, quality is emotional, powerful, beautiful. 10 out of 10. Quality 10 out of 10. One of the best animes there ever was, there ever will be. I'm not saying it's the greatest anime of all time, but Your Line April is one of the greatest animes of all time. So, quality 10 out of 10. Now, how realistic is it? The only thing that could make it a little bit difficult in realism is not everybody could be a piano prodigy. Listen, you can listen. I'm pretty good on the piano myself, not to toot my own horn, but I gotta say, realism, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Just cause I feel like it's fine. It's hard to find someone that good of a person and going through that type of stuff, that type of trauma. And hey, if you didn't watch Your Line April, I don't know what you're doing, but drop whatever you're watching and watch that. Now, Horimiya. High school romance, but a little bit of a twist. You got your typical popular girl on one side. She cool, She got basically be a single mom to her brother. And on the other side, you got the shy guy with the piercings and tattoos. And, he actually a cool dude. I gotta say, this one, it's kind of realistic. It's pretty realistic. Especially if you're going into the sense of that they're in Japan. Because I feel like in Japan, it makes sense. Now, with the quality, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 is a good answer. I'd bump it up a little bit. 7.8. Because great anime. Funny. It's refreshing. Realistic part. I'll put it 8 out of 10. I feel like out of everything we talked about, this is probably the most likely to happen in real life. You know, because they go through some patches. It's not anything absolutely world blowing that's happening, but it's just nice and sweet. I gotta say, quality, we got 7.8 out of 10. Now listen, when it comes to the double life, they go through, one looks shy, and then when they home, they act different. I feel like that's very realistic. I'll give it a 9 out of 10 on realism. So yeah, 9 out of 10 on realism. Quality, we got a 7.8. Now, my dress-up darling. So picture this. Your gramps, he introduced you into dolls, and not actual dolls like playing with them, but making them, crafting them, getting jiggy with the sewing kit, and you start to fall in love with it, and basically you're scared to show that you like sewing, and eventually someone make fun of you for it, and you kind of close in because of that. It's basically someone helping this man get out of his shell and showing that if you like something, you might as well do it. I say quality, 9 out of 10. 9, a flat 9 out of 10. It's a great show. I'm hyped on it. And listen, I'm not even into cosplay like that, but I gotta say, great show. Good visuals, real good. Got some eye candy in there if you want. But yeah, quality, 9 out of 10. Now, the realism. People do cosplay, and there is an instance in my life where I was kind of trapped in a little bubble. Now, before your mind get trapped in wondering what type of bubble I was in, let me explain, just so your mind don't start wandering off. And it's a good time to give y'all a little bit of Stillo lore, so hey, we getting into that now. So, the way that my dress-up darling relate to me is I was in a bubble where I would say like one word per day. I was like extremely shy to everybody I met. And then like over time I met this blonde girl. She act just like I feel like when I'm watching my dress-up darling, I'm watching me basically. And that's why it's kind of relatable to me. I almost felt like I lived out this type of life. Except I'm not really into sewing or knitting or nothing like that. I could do a little something though. I could do a little something. But it really reminded me of myself a little bit. So yeah, it's... Hey, I will say, I feel like it's a very relatable topic for a lot of people. And people be going to anime cosplays every day, so it's not that crazy. The only thing that might be crazy is finding this dream girl. Listen, finding a model to do this for you, that's probably the hardest thing about this, but it is very realistic. You know what? For realism, I give it an 8 out of 10. Because it could happen. The hardest part is finding the model. But hey, if you know what you're doing behind the sewing kit, you could do it. Now, let's talk about Toradora. Now, Toradora, this one is kind of a classic. You got one person who kind of misunderstood. You know, he looked a little scary on the outside, and he actually a nice, kind-hearted person on the inside. And then you got the little chihuahua just going crazy on him. But listen, there is a good part. The chihuahua might be feisty, but the chihuahua really cares about this person, and she just shows it in a weird way, which is absolutely insane because she's just wailing on his dumb ass, just stomping him out. 8.9. Toradora is great. Hey, Toradora is great. It's dramatic, funny, and it gets you emotional with it. You know what? Toradora, 9.1. I think it's better than my dress-up darling at the moment. Great show. And for the realisticness, these type of relationships happen all the time. Only thing that you could say might be kind of tough to come by is getting your own summer vacation hotel. But at the same time, that's not that hard. We got Airbnbs everywhere, brother. So, realism on Toradora, I'll put it 8.5 out of 10. Because it can happen. Some characters, they are a bit over the top, and I think you can find people who are that type of over the top, but I don't think it's the most realistic thing there is on this list. Now, Barakamon. But before I get into Barakamon, let me just say, it got the greatest music of any anime I ever watched. I forgot about Persona 5. Hey, neck and neck with Persona 5. It got some of the greatest music I ever listened to. And the intro is one of the greatest intros of all time, if not the greatest intro of all time. Now, this is basically a Kaliwagopher, So with Barakamon, picture this. You get this artist, somebody disrespecting your art in front of you, and you end up punching them in the head, and then beating them with a shoe. And then you get sent off to an island. And this island is a village island that really cares about the people there. They all in your business, some of them staying in your house, some of them breaking into your house. And they're this little girl who kind of keeps pestering this man, but it really forces him out of his comfort zone. And he kind of rediscovers his art and the joy in it and the beauty in it. Now I will say, Barakamon, if you watch it, you gonna be smiling the whole time. It'll give you a smile. If you having a bad day, watch some Barakamon. Quality is calm, cozy, give you that little warm feeling. I gotta say, I'll give it 8.2 out of 10. I know that's a, you know what, we doing 8.5 out of 10. Great show. I think the only thing lacking in it is there not a really emotional part. Like, it's some emotion, but it ain't like, it don't grab you by the throat with the emotion. So I gotta say, 8.5 out of 10. Great show. Music, hey, I know music not on the list, but if music was on here, 11 out of 10. Now for the realism, I gotta say, artists, YouTubers, regular work, everybody can get burnt out. And I feel like this could literally happen to you tomorrow. You just go into an island, and everybody, they all in your business. They seem nosy, but at the same time, they really feel for you. I gotta say, realisticness of Barakamon, 10 out of 10. I feel like if you really wanted to, if you gotta, hey, you might gotta save up a little bit of money to find this island where everybody all up in your business. But I feel like this could happen to you right now. Cause, hey, it's real nice, it's grounded, it's very realistic. And yeah, the characters not even that crazy. Honestly, they act their age. So realism, 10 out of 10. Quality, 8.5. Great show. I say you could just watch it for the intro and you will be very surprised. That intro tough. It's tough. Now, ReLIFE. Now, ReLIFE, I debated putting it on here, but I had to talk about ReLIFE. So, with ReLIFE, a 27-year-old guy, he get offers a pill. They'll make him look 17 again. And it'll give him a chance to redo high school. Now, hear me out. I know, it sounds absolutely impossible, but it doesn't go back and change the time. It just make him look 17. He's still 27 years old. He's still smoking them cigarettes. So with ReLIFE, the first 6 episodes, I was locked into the max. And then I felt like it started to go down. I started to lose a little bit of traction with it. But I swear, if you wait 3 episodes and get to episode 9, you're gonna see what could be peak. ReLIFE is a great anime. It just got like 3 episodes. It's a little dragged out, but after you get through that, hey, quality, I'm gonna give it an 8.7 out of 10. Great show. If you watch ReLIFE, you definitely gonna want to watch it because it's an interesting concept. It's funny. It got some strong emotion. It got that emotional pull on you. And I gotta say, for realism, it's kind of tough because most people, they not gonna experience. And science really gotta make a breakthrough to make you look 10 years younger. I think that's kind of a stretch. So for realism, I'll put 2 out of 10 because that pill, it could happen. Listen, it could happen, but you gotta be really lucky, like 0.1% chance that this will happen to you. So ReLIFE, great anime, but it's not that realistic, but it's a possibility. Now another one, Grand Blue. Now Grand Blue, absolutely wild. Listen, this one, it's about college life, and it's kind of like college life cranked up to 1,000. Cause the first thing you gonna see when you watch Grand Blue is 2 naked men running after this guy, running for his life. So yeah, that's basically sums up how Grand Blue gonna be. It's a bunch of wild stuff. I gotta say, listen, experiencing the college life myself, it's not like that. Listen, I'm glad I didn't have two naked men running me off across the beach. Like, hell no. But with quality, it's one of the funniest animes I ever seen. I'll put it 8 out of 10. Still a good anime. It ain't got that much emotional value to it, but I don't think this one really needs basically a frat party that loves diving, and you can see the characters really lock in when they talk about diving and they passionate about it. So with quality, I gotta go 8 out of 10. It's one of the funniest animes I've ever seen. Now, realism, I think the diving, it could be realistic. The friendship, if you find the right party guys, it's gonna be a tough task. So I gotta say, realism, 5 out of 10. When I first watched it, I was absolutely baffled. But now I want to know, what slice of life anime do you think feel the most realistic? And let me know in the comments if I missed one of your favorite slice of life animes that's very realistic. Hey. So if you like the video, like, subscribe, hit the notification if you want it, and be sure to check out some of my other videos because I cover a lot of different animes. I'm sure there's some in there for you.